Innovation is just a simple word, but when you experience it, the brutality of it is another thing. What happens in those times are unspeakable stuff, especially to women. Men get killed, they're fortunate in many ways. They get tortured sometimes, that's a little unfortunate. But generally, women get to live and they'll be tortured for the rest of their life, usually. So, invasion is not just a simple word. There are two ways of taking people and property or the world itself. One is by invasion, another is by inclusion. If you take something by inclusion, it becomes beautiful, isn't it? If you take something by invasion, it is the ugliest, unspeakable thing that you can think of. How do we just burn out this Hindu way of life, Hindu thing? Because they thought it's another religion. Just like they believe in one religion, somebody else believes in another religion. That's because I belong to one religion, so you must belong to another religion. How else? Because you do something different. But that's what they never figured out. So they looked at this and where is the religious head? Who is the Pope? Let's kill him. That's the idea. So they said, no, there are hundreds of them. So they killed all the hundreds. But still it didn't die. Because there was never a leadership for this. It was never an organized approach. It's every individual seeking their own thing. And everybody accepting that. That was the only organization we had. You're worshipping the tree. I'm okay with that. She's worshipping the rock. I'm okay with that. I'm not a tree worshipper, I'm not a rock worshipper. But I got no problem. I am a sky worshipper. Somebody else doesn't worship anything. Oh, we are okay with him also. So they never figured this, because they always believed you must belong to some entity. Here people did not belong to any entity, so there was no leadership. As many people as you want you kill, but still it is on. In every home, in human hearts, what is on you can't kill it, all right? It did not need leadership, it did not need a book, it did not need an ideology, it did not need a god. That's the most important thing. So they went about demolishing temples systematically all across northern India. Southern India, you come and see, glorious temples are still here because they didn't come this far down. So you will see phenomenal temples here, you don't see that in the north because they were all largely destroyed. So even if you kill the god, these people won't give it up. You destroy the temple, they got their own little god in their home, they will worship there only. You destroy their home, they're carrying it on their body and they'll worship here only, Atmalinga they got. What do you do with these people? So, because this is the most important thing you need to understand. India is… Bharat, as you know or you do not know, is an organized chaos. People don't understand this. So if you look at India, it looks like it's going nowhere. Because we are not like an arrow. Arrows will fly for some time and go down. We are like a swarm of bees. Every bee seems to be going in a different direction, but in the end all of them go in the same direction. It's happening very effectively.
Throughout its history, India has been visited by various groups from distant lands, often resulting in significant changes to the region. Alexander the Great arrived around 2000 years ago, making a pivotal moment as he engaged in battles with local Indian rulers. Emperor Ashoka expanded his empire through conquest, leaving a lasting impact. Islamic invasion introduced new beliefs and practices, while the Mughals, who arrived 500 years ago, brought art and architecture that shaped India's cultural landscape. European powers like the British, French and Portuguese initially sought trade but later established control. With the British eventually ruling India for a long period, these interactions led to a fusion of diverse cultures, languages and traditions, forming India's unique identity. Over time, the subcontinent also saw migrations from Central Asia and Mongolia. India's history is a tapestry woven from threads of these encounters, creating a rich and intricate narrative that continues to define